Kevin Sledz from BelieveLand Media here at Ed Little Field in Windham in my dry car. Where it rained pretty much the entire night for this one. Windham came out on top with a big win, 26-14 over the Jackson-Milton Blue Jays. It's a team they lost to by 40-some points last year. Knew it was going to be a crazy game with the weather situation. It was dry to start the game, but started to rain in that first quarter, and it just continued to get harder in that first half. Halftime, rain kind of settled down a little bit, but in the third quarter, man, it came down really hard. And Windham got the scoring started on their first drive at a 40-plus yard touchdown run by Jack I, putting them up 6-0 after the failed conversion. Jackson-Milton was able to come back. They drove it down to the 1-yard line, and then the refs called it. There was a lightning delay, and we were delayed for a good 45-50 minutes before they got back on the field. But once they did, first play, running play, Jackson-Milton fumbles it into the end zone, recovers it for a touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. They go up 8-6.
Second on the play. Looks like it was recovered by.
Windham was able to come back with another big touchdown run, this one by DeJuan Ramsey, to make it a 12-8 game, another failed 2-point conversion. And that's pretty much where we stood at the half. Windham led 12-8. Coming out in the third quarter, Jackson-Milton received the ball, and they drove all the way down the field. And they got inside the red zone, and it was a big stop for Windham defensively as they held them on downs. And didn't allow them to score, actually. They had some negative yardage. And a huge stop there that really shifted the momentum. Windham was able to come down after that, get a big 21-yard touchdown run from running back Carlos Bruton. That put him up 18-8 after another failed conversion.
Yes, it is. Good ball. That's a touchdown.
Jackson-Milton came right back, marched down the field in a couple plays, and the big play was a 45-yard touchdown run by Vincent Fay. The failed 2-point conversion made it an 18-14 Windham lead.
They're standing so close.
Windham was unable to do anything on their next possession. Jackson-Milton forced them into a punt. But just a few plays later, Jackson-Milton would fumble on their own 30-yard line, and Windham would recover. And just a few plays later, Jack I was able to punch it in from a yard out to seal the win. They converted the 2-point conversion on a Dylan McCune run, and that pretty much gave us our final then at 26-14.
Oh, it's outside! Outside! That's a false start!
From 1 yard out, touchdown Jack I.
Again, a tough game in tough conditions with the pouring rain and the wet, muddy field. There were a couple fumbles in that second half by Jackson-Milton caused by a wet ball. So, the weather definitely played a factor there. And, Windham was able to close us out. This is a game that, I talked to the coach, Jake I, and he really didn't know what to expect after, the way Jackson-Milton took it to him last year. But Windham is much improved. Jack I didn't play in that game last year. And he came out today, and I don't know the exact total, but he had close to 150, 160 yards rushing and the 2 touchdowns. He was a huge factor offensively and defensively. He made some big tackles. And, as Jake told me after the game, he's a beast. I mean, he was everywhere. So that wraps it up from a still rainy Ed Little Field here in Windham, where once again the final score, the Windham Bombers 26, the Jackson-Milton Blue Jays 14.